Greetings, everybody. I'm Shawn Towne, Global Director of Education and Artistry for Jane Iredale Cosmetics. Today, I'm going to be doing makeup on my friend Jane, who I'm really excited to do makeup with, and we're going to be using, of course, her product. So we hope you enjoy the application.
So isn't it wonderful to be here in Nassau, the Bahamas?
It is.
With all this wonderful light and flowers and blue skies and...
Well, this is my first time to come to the Bahamas, and I have to say it's like paradise.
It is. It's a paradise.
Does not
I'm
disappoint.
so lucky to be here.
Now, a lot of people will apply Smooth Affair with a brush, but a lot of consumers apply it with their fingers at home.
I'm one of them.
And I like to apply it with the fingers when I'm working on people, probably because I'm an esthetician. How's that feel? Nice?
Good, nice and cool and moist.
One of the interesting things that I love about the new HydraPure Tinted Serum is that it goes on and absorbs into the skin so smoothly.
I can already feel that it's absorbed in. Would you agree that the best combination of a foundation for mature skin would be the primer you just used?
The Smooth Affair primer first, always, because it gives a layer of moisture. Remember the coconut alkanes that you put in it? I love that because it'll double as a moisturizer if you need it to. Yeah. And then I love the HydraPure Tinted Serum because I really feel like it plumps up the surface of the skin to give it a more youthful effect. Mm-hmm. And it gives it a dewier finish, so that's perfect for making the skin look more youthful.
Yeah, the more that sort of soft matte glow to the skin, the more youthful it looks.
Yes.
Shawn, I love what you're doing, and you would put all these products on me, but in the end, I want it to look as though I'm not wearing makeup. So how are you going to accomplish that?
Well, the most important thing is to match your skin and make sure that I have an accurate color that blends in with your face and your neck. Mm-hmm. The other thing is using products for consumers to know, products that don't have all of the top fillers and binders and talc and things like that are in traditional makeup makes all the difference in the world. That's why I love using your products so much, because when I put them on, they look seamless on the skin. And by the way, I wear it every day of my life. I'm wearing a full face of it right now. I don't walk out of the house without it. So we're going to start with Enlighten Plus Concealer just around the eyes. Do you remember the first thing you told me about the brand when I met you for the first time?
Shawn, you have a prodigious memory, so much better than mine. I think you better tell me.
So the first time we met, it was in that winter in 2008. It had just, or it was 2007.
The year of the Depression, yes.
Yeah. We were meeting for the first time, and you were going to take me to lunch at the co-op, and I sat down in your office, and I was so nervous, and you looked at me and you said, "It's not about the makeup, Shawn. It's about enhancing lives."
Still is. That's our mission, enhancing the lives of women.
I'll never forget that, because it made an impact on me.
I think we've enhanced the lives of a few men, too.
Definitely enhanced mine. So now I'm going to go in with a little Pure Match concealer in a shade that's a little lighter than her skin. And I'm putting it on the tops of her cheekbones here. Also going to take some down the center of her nose. A little in the middle of the chin.
And why are you doing this?
I'm doing this to create some illumination on your face. Some areas that come forward and look a little bit brighter. So the next product I'm going to put on Jane is, of course, our Pure Press Base, which is our best-selling product worldwide. One is sold every 60 seconds somewhere in the world, and I love this product so much. I wear it every single day myself.
So what I would do now is just do this, just go in downward strokes, so I'd make sure, because that's the way the hairs on the face grow, they go down, and that takes off any excess powdery look, and that's it.
That's nice. So you're not rubbing it, you're just
no,
gently dusting.
I'm just dusting it. So I'm just sort of moving the hairs down, taking off any excess.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Right. Of course, whenever we apply Pure Press Base, the next step, all of my students that I teach in our classes, they love this. We always want to finish with hydration spray. I'm going to do palm mist. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. Inhale, hold your breath. I'm going to get my fan brush, and I'm putting it in our new spring blush called Flourish. There's another one that's Velvet Petal. That's really pretty too, but this, I have to say, is my favorite. Now, didn't they do a high-placed blush like this back in the 70s?
Oh, but I wouldn't remember the 70s. Shawn, one of the questions I get asked a lot is, how do you apply eyeshadows on mature skin? Because you know we're dealing with wrinkles and sags and often eyelids that look crepey. So can you walk us through that in a detailed way?
Absolutely. I think one of the most important elements is to not use too much shimmer on the brow bone or on the inner corner. You can use a little shimmer in specific places on a mature eye, but I never put it in the areas that are highly visible up here or in there. My favorite place if I'm going to put shimmer on a mature eye is directly above the iris, that movable part, so it kind of, you see it when you blink.
Yeah, so it's like a little light in the middle of the eye.
Matte eyeshadows, I think, make all the difference in the world, because a good matte eyeshadow will minimize the appearance of texture very nicely. So our new eyeshadow kit that we launched for spring is called Honeysuckle. I think these colors are so beautiful. I'm going to use this to do your colors. I'm going to start with the matte tone. It's kind of the medium tone in there, and I'm going to put that all over your entire eyelid.
What brush are you using?
I'm using the crease brush.
Take your beloved flock sponge again. And you can go like this, and then to make sure that you have nothing that's dragging the eye down, just take the sponge and go like that. And that way, any shadow that might be pulling the eye down goes up, because up is young.
Yes.
Down is the reverse.
I'm going to get that same color with my smudge brush.
Oh, cute little brush.
And I'm going to put it underneath your eye. So I'm getting the darkest color, and I'm using that smudge brush, and I'm putting just a little hint of it close, just here in the outermost corner of the eye.
Because that's going to lift the eye, yes?
Yes. And when I'm doing light, this is another thing for anti-aging. If I want to put a light color on a mature eye, I never use a shimmering light color. I'll use a matte light color. Open and look down for me. And I'm going to place it in here at the inner corner of her eye. And pull it above, look up at the ceiling, and below. Typically when we're trying to figure out where to put the brow, it's important to do a little bit of a measurement. The front of the brow should be a line straight up from the side of the nose. The arch of the brow should be a line from the corner of the nose right through the iris of the eye here. And the end of the brow would be from the corner of the nose to the corner of the eye there. So you can see we can extend them out just a bit there. So what we're going to start by doing is just defining, and I like to do this by going underneath the brow in the front, creating a little bit sharper of a line. And then I'm also going to frame them in just a bit above.
You can change a person's whole look just by the brows, right? I mean, in the early Hollywood days, everybody looked surprised because the arch was right in the center of the iris.
It's so true.
And also the brows frame the face. They sort of define 1/3 of the face. Also a third to here and up, and then a third to here, and then a third to here. So they're key, I think.
Agreed.
You know, they've done studies about people's self-esteem and their self-confidence. When they feel better about themselves, their immune system actually gets a lift. So makeup is part of that whole picture of self-confidence and self-esteem. We do everything better when we feel better about the way we look. And our bodies respond to it as well. It's amazing, isn't it?
It is. I agree 100%. I'm going to do Warm Rose, which is something I typically don't do with Forever Red, but I want Jane to have a slightly more vivid lip today. So the Forever Red, Forever Peach, Forever Pink, all of these are very much like a balm. They have lots of wonderful emollients and ingredients that are very hydrating to the lips. But there's not a lot of pigment. What you're getting the color from is there's an ingredient called triisostearyl citrate, And what it does is it reacts to the pH of your lips and changes into a bright color when it hits your skin.
Individual.
Yes, everybody who wears it gets a slightly different color that's perfect just for them.
I really like it. And I'm glad I'm going out tonight.
Fabulous.
Thank you, Shawn.
Oh, it was a pleasure.